Hello guys and welcome, it is ThatSrb2DUDE here today bringing you yet another Splatoon 2 video. Now I wanted to go over a little bit about the argument of scoped charges versus unscoped charges. Now first of all, going into this video I'd like to apologize for my microphone quality, considering I am not in the UK at this point in time. I am in America, so I'm using a different mic. But with that being said, I just want to go over just a few things briefly, talking about the benefits of using an unscoped charger and the benefits of a scoped charger. Now we know about the statistics of an unscoped splat charger that, you have less range compared to the scope charger, but you also have the new mechanic within Splatoon 2 where you can hold a charge and basically bring it wherever you like. Now as I said before in a previous video, you can use this mechanic to actually do left side peeking much better, or engage into left side peeking situations. And as I said before, this type of mechanic, using it in this way, is actually really great. This gives unscoped chargers a much better option in dealing with certain situations, unlike the scope charger. I mean, a scope charger can't deal with left side peeking situations as great as an unscoped charger. We've just got to be honest here. And of course this mechanic wasn't just used for left side peeking situations. You can use this in many different ways. I would say the way I have and many others have been using it is by using this aggressively and also making up for the lost range compared to the scope charger. What I mean by this is that if you're in a position where a scope charger would be, and we all know that the scope charger has more range compared to the unscoped charger, what I mean is that you can use the unscoped mechanic and bring the charge towards that person who you're trying to snipe. And now of course there are some risks into this, because you basically are making yourself vulnerable within pretty much to everyone. If it's a thing where there's somebody behind a wall, I personally wouldn't do it, but there is also that possibility where you can still snipe that person if if it's a charger or any person who's like peeking behind a wall. You still have that option in trying to get your opponent. Another thing I would like to talk about the unscoped charger is the wide field of view that you have. Basically why this is so good is that you aren't prone to tunnel visioning, which is something I struggle with in using a scope charger. Sometimes I look through the scope too long, and then before I know it, then I have somebody flanking me and I can't exactly do anything about that. Like in situations like that, if you do see somebody flanking you, you of course have the unscoped charger mechanic to actually fight off this person who is flanking. If you're a scope charger, you just need to listen out and be extremely aware if somebody is actually coming up behind you. Now I'm really bigging up the unscoped charges within this meta, because I personally think there are a lot more effective things compared to the scope charger. Let's not forget that, the scope charger is still really good. You have the extra range, you have the increased accuracy, and in a way it can just feel more comfortable for most people. I'm not trying to say that you can't do as well as an unscoped charger using a scope charger, but I am saying personally within the meta right now, unscoped chargers are really strong. Chargers in general in Splatoon 2 usually get very overwhelmed by the amount of pressure that can be applied in games. I'm just saying now in competitive play, a lot of things happen in one time. So I'm just saying from my perspective, it is very helpful to have a more aggressive option within this meta. Pretty much how I see the difference with unscoped chargers versus scope chargers is that unscoped chargers are defensive, but they have an aggressive option, and scope chargers are defensive, but more laid back. Now I know for sure I'm going to get people in the comment section below saying, why are you only talking about how great unscoped chargers are? Say more good things about scope chargers. But the thing is, I'm being honest right here. I pretty much have said all the good things about scope chargers, that you have slightly more range and better accuracy. Pretty much if you think about it, those are the really good things. The weapons are very similar to each other, so it comes down to the thing where what can X weapon do that the other X weapon can't do. In this case, it comes down to the added mechanic that the unscoped has that gives it many more options over the scope charger. It is harder to aim with an unscoped charger, but it doesn't mean that you can't still be very accurate with it. I mean, that is pretty much my opinion of it. I don't have exactly any more to say. I personally feel like unscoped chargers are just a much better pick at this point in time. And also, as I said before, I'm not saying that you can't do extremely well with a scope charger, I just feel like there are better fundamentals within an unscoped charger. I'm just repeating myself just a couple times just so I can make this very, very clear for people, and also just so that I have a very civil comment section when I release this video. So, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. However, I'm gonna give you guys some highlights of some scope charger gameplay and some unscoped charger gameplay, just to give you, you know, just I guess the look of both. I guess it was off my stream yesterday, and I felt like sharing it with you guys as well. So, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed that. But anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please, if you did, please like, favorite, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch, both in the description below. Do it for both if you're feeling generous. And as always, guys, this has been ThatSrb2DUDE, and I shall see you guys in a future video. Enjoy the highlights. At the very end of my stingray, you know. Thanks very much, my friend. Oh! Oh, damn. That's 10 you have, though. You bet there's a laser in it. Stop this nonsense. Wow! Dead. Nope. Oh no. Okay. Okay. This is definitely the better sense. Can't use plus 5/6, it's too fast for me. Ah, just about missed him. Where's everyone? That was a nice shot.